Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. Flags down. He's up near the 40, but it looks like this one might be coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a good run by Fournette.
Right,
now another
56,
1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. He's checking. Crash.
Now back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Gone! Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Down right around the 25. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Detroit!
Four down, check, four down. 57 for Mike, right? 57.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? And we just saw their first one of this game.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue, land it!
The pitch to Fournette. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. To throw now on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Bruce Irvin coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. being chased. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Push left, push left. Push left, push left. Push left, push left.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Looking to throw. And he's caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, You throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give them a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. A beautiful fake. Room here to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on, let's go. Good tempo. Good tempo.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tempo, tempo.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tano Passanio. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Washington. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here come the Redskins now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. But that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Wilson, he'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
380. 14, Barney. Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back to throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And I think the ball's out. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stopped that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
Two foot. Come on, Dad.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like the blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Wilson to throw on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing on third and long. Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 8. Spins past him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays to move it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Thomas barreling it. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Step, and he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slide.